Hi, Sally here, and today I am going to work on making some epoxy glitter pens. And so I saw this tutorial and I just had to try it. So these are using the Papermate Inkjoy gel pens. And so the first thing you need to do is, well, take the parts, apart your pen. So there's the end that just screws off. And then the ink cartridge pulls out, and then you have the little clipper thing. And then I'm just going to put all the parts in a little baggie so they don't get lost. Then you have this pocket clip thing that you can just kind of twist off, and you just throw that away. And then I used my craft knife. If you have like an electric sander thing, that would be very helpful here. But there's this pokey bit from the clip, and then there's also a little bump here. And then these cute little hearts that I was trying to figure out some way to keep, but can't. Anyway, so those are things that will need to get sanded off. But to kind of make the sanding go a little bit faster, I'm going to use my craft knife to kind of trim that bit down where the clip was. Okay, that looks like quite a bit of it's off. So now I just have some sandpaper, and I'm just going to sand. This is a pretty heavy grit. And it won't matter if you get the whole, anywhere else on the pen scuffed, because you're going to want to sand the whole thing. I think that's pretty good. And then you're just going to want to just kind of scuff up the whole pen, even the plastic, or I don't know, I guess rubbery part, soft part. I'm going to do that to all the rest of my pens and then be right back. Now that all of my pens are sanded down, I'm going to wipe them off with alcohol. Just get some on a paper towel here. Just wipe them all down, get all that off. And while they're like that, to attach them to the turner, I'm just going to use these pencils that I got. And if you put the pencil in, these pencils must be thicker than the ones I tried. But anyway, it'd be a nice holder here for the pen while it's on the turner. So I'm just going to kind of hang those off the edge of my desk so that I don't put it right back in the dust from sanding. So now I'm going to take these outside and spray paint them. So I'll show you how that looks. Now that my pen is spray painted and dried a little bit, I am going to put the glitter on, and I'm going to use this spray adhesive. That's just like the Hobby Lobby brand. This is actually try number 2. I used the resin to put on the glitter last time, and I did not let it cure. And so when I put that second coat of resin on, it was just like a gloopy mess. It never cured. So I don't know if I mixed it up wrong or what, but I'm going to try again. But this time I'm going to use the spray adhesive so that I don't have to mix up so much resin. So I'm going to spray it with adhesive and come right back. Okay, so I have this pretty pink, soft pink holographic glitter. This is also from Hobby Lobby. So I'm just gonna get a paper so I can put the glitter back and just coat it with the glitter. Just turning it as I go. Okay, I'm just gonna tap off any extra and look at it closely and see. I think that looks like I didn't get the tip. You know what? I'll just roll it in the glitter that's already out. That might work better. We kind of tap it. I don't know if I even got glue on the end. That looks better. Okay. I did decide if I want a second coat. I think I will try a second coat. Okay, let's add another coat of glitter. Wow, that is not coming out very easily. Holy cow. Come on, there we go. So I don't want it too fat because you want to be able to still hold it. Okay. Oh, that looks super glittery. Okay, I would say that is good. Okay, so now I'm going to spray it with this polyacrylic sealer, protective finish, and then let that dry. And then I'll be ready to do the resin. So I'm going to go ahead and do I'm doing 4 pens. I'll do the other 3 and then come back. I am ready to mix my resin now. So I'm using Amazing Clear Cast, and I am just going to eyeball half and half. So now I will just pour them into this other cup. Now stir. It says to do it for 2 to 3 minutes. So I will do that and come right back. All right, I am ready to do this. Maybe this will work. So I am just going to dip my finger in here. Just spread this down while turning it. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna plug this or tape this onto my turner. Oh, take my glove off. Try to not make it so I can use that one again. Okay, so I'm just going to tape this on. Hopefully this will still. I'm worried about doing this. Better do it fast so that this can stay nice and even. middle. And then to here. Let's try and keep it level. And one more right here. Now, what I'm hoping is as I do the other ones, that, oh, that is not straight. That is not straight. How is that not so? Let me try it now. It's a little bit better. Okay, so hopefully it won't drip the other colors because I'm using different colors for all my pens, and I hope that it won't drip on the other pens. A little bit drip there, but I guess we'll see. I'm going to see how much this drips before I do the others. And it looks like all I have is the one drip. Put this under here just to protect my machine, just in case. All right, that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna let it turn and then come back when it's ready to do the decal. Now that my pens are all cured, I took them off the pencils. This one got stuck, so as you can see, it's a little bit wider, and so I hope it still works. But so because I had to dig out, the pencil broke off, then I had to dig it out, and it took a long time. But as they cured, they kind of have like a bulb at the end, so I don't think it will affect it, and I don't think it looks too bad. But I think when I put them on, I'm gonna maybe tip them up a little bit to hopefully that won't get bigger for the second coat. But I have sanded it down a little bit. It's still a teeny bit rough. Okay, that feels pretty smooth now. So I'm gonna wash these off with soap and water and then apply the decals. Before I apply my decal, I'm going to double check that this is the end for the clicker. Okay, I am just going to hurry and put this pen together, make sure that it still works. Since I had to kind of mess that end up. Okay, it still works. It doesn't look the best, but it still works. And yes, the end with the smaller hole is the clicker part. So take this back apart. Okay, so I'm going to clean off the end where the decal goes with alcohol. And I cut this out on my Cricut. It's kind of hard to see, but I've already weeded it and put it on the transfer tape. So I'm just gonna pick up the backing there. And I think I want it about right there. So I'm just gonna transfer that decal on. And there we go. Oh, that looks pretty. Okay, so now that is ready to do my next coat of varnish. All right, I am ready to put this on. It's very bubbly, so hopefully with me spreading it with my finger, it won't matter. I'm just gonna kind of dab this on over the top of the vinyl so I don't rub it off. Now, when I did my first coat, I did get some inside the hole, but I just used my craft knife and it came out pretty easily. So but I'm going to be careful not to get it over the end so that the pencil doesn't get stuck in there again, because that took a long time to get out, and I hope it didn't, you know, affect the pen too much. So I'm just evening this out. I really don't need much on here. So it looked, you know, all scratchy from sanding it down, but putting on the other coat is bringing back that beautiful sparkle from the glitter. Okay, so now I'm gonna get it on the turner. Oh, I'm trying to take off my gloves so I can use it again, but I'm just gonna, let me scoot the camera over a little. Well, I can't. Let's see. Scoot this in a little bit. And I'm gonna kind of tip it up this time to hopefully make it to where I won't get more of a big bunch at the tip. And hopefully that won't. Hopefully that will still work. Okay, I can turn it on. Let's see how this is gonna work. Ooh, I don't know. Is it touching the bottom? Yeah, that's rubbing along the end of the table. I gotta fix this. So turn it back off. It might be easiest to just cut this off. I'm trying to do it quickly so that I can. Okay, so I'm not gonna have it tip up that much. Maybe about like that. I'll just tape it in one spot and see. Turn it back on. Okay, I think that will work. Tape that on there more securely. Keep going. I'll just put my glove back on and maybe smooth it out again since it's kind of all tripping. Having it turned off. Okay, I think that should work. So I'm going to do the rest of the pens and let them cure and come back when I'm done. Okay, now my pens are all cured. The pencil is stuck in there, so I just thought I'd show you what I did to get the other ones free. So there's just a little bit of epoxy at the bottom. I'm going to try to be more careful and hopefully the whole thing is not stuck like before the other one was. Okay, I got it free by just getting some pliers and gripping the pencil, and then I just twisted the pen. So that way it came out without breaking. Oh, thank goodness, because that took hours to dig the other one out. But to get the extra that went in there, you can just take your blade and it comes out pretty good. So it looks like there really isn't much on there. It's a little bit on the bottom, so I'll just kind of run my craft knife across there. I think that won't hinder the pen functioning. And might be a little bit in the top. This one looked like it had quite a bit. So if you can get the blade kind of just in the kind of, you know, wiggle it between the pen and your epoxy that got in there. It comes out pretty easily. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, that didn't work so great. But you can dig it out with your craft knife. When I did the pens angled, I realized it was fine when they were at the top, but then when they went around the bottom, they went down. So it kind of made this bumpy thing bigger. So I highly suggest that you make sure they are perfectly even, or, you know, maybe once they are done, you know, dripping and whatever, you can do, maybe just hold them up, have them go up. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the solution for that would be, but I think I know putting them on at an angle on the spinner made the thing get thicker. Okay, so I just kind of scraped it around, but then kind of dug it up. So now it'll just pop out of there. And I did kind of mess up the top to get that out. So I think that's good. Let me try putting the pen back together again. Okay, so like I said, this one got messed up at the end, but the pen still works, so, and it's super sparkly and pretty. So I think it turned out pretty good. So that turned out really pretty. And I had lost the dots. Well, this dot came off. And so instead of cutting out more vinyl for that tiny thing, I just used some paint and did it for both eyes, so they kind of matched. So I think that worked out pretty good to do that. Anyway, here are two of the pens all done, and I think they look really pretty. This was a much easier project than a tumbler. So if you want to do just like a little project to get started, then this was easier than a tumbler for sure. But it also helped to have the turner tool thing. That made it way, way easier. So this is a project that I would consider doing again, and I like it because you can have lots of pens, whereas I don't need very many water bottles. So anyway, thank you for watching my video, and I'll leave a link below to the video I followed to learn how to do this. And thanks so much for watching.